All right, as we head into the summer months, our national parks are under real pressure due to budget cuts, staffing losses, overcrowding, and growing environmental concerns.
But travelers are still heading out in record numbers to national parks, Europe, even Japan. I talked with Intrepid Travel's Leigh about ways we can all explore the world without making things worse. Here's part one of my conversation. I know a lot of people are going to be planning trips in particular to like national parks over the next couple of weeks and months with, weather getting nice, that sort of thing. And we've heard, and I guess if you look on social media, there's been quite a few impacts to national parks over the last couple of months. What's kind of the on-the-ground reality for our nation's national parks right now, and what are we seeing locally?
Yeah, I think there's two things to think about before we go into that. One is we're expecting the highest amount of visitation ever. Yeah, so more people will be visiting national parks. Good thing that people are getting outside. Of course. But obviously the tough part of that is it's going to put a drain on resources. Couple that with a $900 million decrease in funding to the national parks means that the services that we've become used to are not going to be there. Yeah, so what that means is more self-reliant travelling. So you're going to have to be more organised, more planned, take care of more of the stuff that you need to yourself, and really manage your trips to your national parks better because the services and support that you're used to are not going to be there. Now, this is not going to be the same for every national park. It's going to be different by big, small, and how big the visitation is on what the services are going to be in each national park. So it's quite hard to speak specifically. So I'd really encourage everyone, if you are planning to go, make sure you are doing in advance. You're checking the websites and making sure you understand what services are and are not being provided at that particular national park. And again, you'll see that here in Washington. North Cascade is one of the least visited national parks in the United States. It's, you can travel there free, I think free entry to that particular national park. It's going to have reduced services, but then different components for different parts of what you're seeing. So message for everyone out there, go, see, enjoy, but you're just going to have to continue to be more prepared than usual.
Be a good neighbor.
That's right. During this be a good part of the community. Yeah.
Which is very important. You guys recently launched something called Activisms or Activism Trips.
Activism, a little play on words.
What does that mean? What is that?
It sort of goes back to the ethos Intrepid. We want to encourage people to get out and explore, but we also want people to take action. Yeah, we want people to, once you go and see the world, go and see nature, go and connect with communities, that you're empowered to go and take action. So what we really wanted to do in light of the reduction in funding to the national parks is encourage Americans to go out and see their national parks, but also help give them the toolkit to advocate for the places they're visiting. So for example, we're partnering with different environmental activists like Leigh, Patagonia, to help lead these trips, to go into and see the great parts of the USA we have in these national parks, but help coach you, talk to you about how you can take action. So you're learning about the challenges of what's taking place in these local areas, but then also how you can advocate with local government, how you can speak to media, how you can go and help drive positive change. So great example is our Southwest trip. It goes to Zion Canyons, Monument Valley, Grand Canyon. You'll be able to engage with the First Nations, Indigenous leaders to understand about their challenges, what they'd like to see you support and help them with. So it's really about getting people out into the outdoors, seeing the national parks, but also enabling people to learn about the challenges and also be able to advocate for positive change.
And you spoke about Grand Canyon, which we know the northern rim, I think, was hit by some pretty devastating wildfires last year. How do viewers maybe visit that particular area more responsibly or in a better way this year? Yeah,
so the park will be, that particular part of the Grand Canyon will be open and it is reopening after the fires. So last year was probably about 400,000 visitors. It's going to be much lower this year. Grand Canyon is one of those national parks that will have incredibly high visitation. So I think it's just going back to a couple of things I said before. If you want to do the North Rim, you can. You're going to have to be more planned than usual. I'd encourage you to use a tour operator or a third party or a guide to help you do that. It's quite remote. It does come with a certain set of challenges. It's an amazing part of the Grand Canyon. It's one of the most interesting, but it's not going to be back to the condition it was pre-fire, just due to the damage going in. It's going to be different. The service levels are going to be different. So I'd encourage you, if you are going to please go, to please spend money in those national parks, because one of the things with the reduction in funding, spending money in those parks helps rebuild, helps fund, helps facilitate. So really important that you go and spend money if you are visiting. But I would just encourage you, particularly if you're going to see that part of the world, to go with a tour operator or a third party or a guide or someone that has knowledge of it, because it is only just reopening, and probably encourage you to go the back end of summer.
And they need those visitors to help out with that process. I still have not been there. That's high on my list, so hopefully we'll make it at some point. Europe is always popular. You know, areas like Venice, Paris, Barcelona, which I just went to within the last couple of years. And you guys just launched something called Uncommon Day Trips in those areas, which are always quite busy. But what are Uncommon Day Trips?
Yeah, they're all about giving you access to these amazing cities. People are still going to travel to them, but we need to provide and create new ways and innovate on how we can disperse funds into the local economies. Because what we see in some of these most visited cities around the world is the cash goes to, you know, 20, 30 places, and it doesn't particularly disperse into the other communities and towns around, you know, within Paris, within Venice, within Barcelona. So what we've tried to do with these uncommon day tours or day trips is get you to go and visit other communities that aren't being flooded with tourism, to get you off that tourism track, to go and have local experiences, eat at local restaurants, do it in 2 to 3 hours, so it's small contained, but really what we're trying to do is take you off that big tourist beat. You still get to see the city, you still get to understand what's going on, learn the culture, but your dollars and your experience are going to different parts of those cities, so you can have a different, unique experience that's maybe not going to be the one shown in social media. But again, one of the most powerful things of tourism is getting money directly into businesses, and gets this cash into other parts of those big cities that may not be benefiting from the tourism boom.
A lot, and I would argue even, you might even have a better experience 100%. A lot of times, because you're not dealing with all the stress of the crowds, and you know, maybe the quality is a little bit better because you're going to something that's a little more localized. Yeah,
and more unique too. So we're trying, say in Paris, give you a different view of the Eiffel Tower that you might not see. You'll have like different bragging rights. You also might have a deeper connection. And, you know, so all these elements. It's not saying that, you know, you don't want to go and see the big ticket items, but it just gives you another option, another alternative that can give you a deeper experience.
Always good chatting with Leigh. Tomorrow morning, we're going to have part 2 of this great conversation talking about Japan in particular, which is such a hot destination right now. We've had 2 colleagues go in the last couple of weeks. And because of that popularity, a little trickier to navigate trip planning. He's going to break through that wall in part 2, which is coming up tomorrow.